Hello everybody, this is Yoko's Anime Reactions, and don't worry, today is still Sunday. I had to take a shower. So, this is going to be my review for The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, Season 2, Episodes 5, 6, and 7. As of this recording, I've gotten up to Episode 12 done. And from what I've seen, apparently a part 2 will be coming up at some point where there's at least 3. One of them being a recap episode, and then the other 2 after that. So I don't know what's going to happen with that or when that's popping up. If somebody knows, could you let me know, please? But, yeah, I went and binged. I binged it today, so yeah, I am completely caught up at the moment, and I'm assuming that season 2 is still going, and we're just waiting on, the part 2. Just like with Attack on Titan. Sorry. Anyway, this episode, some of the other worlders showed up from last episode to Tempest and are ticked off that the monsters are living better than they do. And I'm like, you do realize if you don't like the way you're living, you could just leave. I mean, what's stopping you guys from just leaving Falmouth, the Kingdom of Falmouth, however you want to call it, and just sticking around there? I mean, all the monsters there are treating the humans, really well. So I don't know what do they have some kind of superiority complex where they think the humans are better than monsters, or that they are superior just because they're from Japan? I don't know. Because they seem like the type of person to rebel against their the authority figure that's keeping, them there. So they decide to cause chaos by claiming that one of the goblins tried to touch her butt, or tried to touch the girl's butt, and thus, causing them to get attacked, and thus, giving them the kingdom a reason to invade. However, the Gopta doesn't believe it when he showed up, because not only does he believe in his friend, but his friend only has eyes for Shion. And would obviously never touch any of the girl except her. So obviously her little lie has kind of faltered. She tries to get to alter them again, but her skill doesn't work because Shuna and Shion show up to stop this. So they obviously see through the lies and that these guys are no good. The guys decide that, yeah, now that hasn't worked, we are going to go on the offensive and claim that, hey, these guys attacked us first. So, yeah. Melina, I think is what her name was. The magician girl with the green hair who works for Demon Lord Karen. Not Demon Lord Karen, Demon Lord, the other Demon Lord, the not nice one. And essentially he tries to get her to make an anti-magic shield around the city so that the monsters would be weakened, or not be able to use their magic, which means they would be at, not at full strength that they had to fight. We actually find out that she has a bit of a crush on Num, however you pronounce his name. And that the Demon Lord literally has her heart on lockdown, to where if she disobeys him, he could easily destroy it and kill her. And also hurt the one she loves, so of course that's why she's doing all this. he tries to essentially convince her that even though he has seen all this, that he essentially still loves her, and he isn't going to let her go through with this, but she still does it anyway. And so, yeah, Shion and the others are in trouble, because not only is all this going on, there's another barrier in place that is hampering to monsters, essentially, to where they are at less than full strength. This is a problem when the humans start to get the upper hand on them. And it's even worse when more the army of Falmouth show up, ready to destroy and attack. Not good. While this is going on, the others can't get in contact with Rimuru and the other. They can't get in contact with Rimuru because they've cut all the magic off, so they can't get the communications through. And so Rimuru has no clue about all this until he gets attacked by a member of the Holy Church. As for who it apparently is a disciple of Shizu's, and she thinks that Rimuru was the one who killed Shizu. And technically, I mean, it's complicated to where if he hadn't taken out Ifrit when he did, most likely Ifrit would have been the one to kill her, because I'm assuming that it was using her life energy to fight. I'm assuming. So if he hadn't taken in Ifrit, who knows what else would have happened. So he technically killed her, yet not in the way that Hinata thought. And so thus she wants to avenge Shizu and attacks Rimuru. So now he can't even use his own skills or magic because, she has her own little holy barrier in place that nullifies his magic, so he can't even use any of his magic skills, so he has to fight with a sword. And it gets to the point where he realizes that if he takes any more hits from her sword, it will kill him. And apparently, I'm assuming this is a skill he got from the Orc Lord back when he devoured it before, the gluttony skill. But, or maybe that's a skill of his as a slime, I don't know. But it gets to the point where he gets desperate enough to activate it, and thus it makes him into essentially a nightmare fuel, where it shows all the different creatures he's absorbed in this whole time to fight against her, and, well, obviously that gets destroyed. What I didn't realize had happened was that was a body double he created, and he hid, because if he hadn't, he would have gotten killed, obviously. And it makes more sense as to why she said that last strike didn't affect you, so thus you have no soul. And I'm like, how is that possible? He was reincarnated into this world and thus has a soul. Now that makes sense, because that was the body double that got hit. And so she thinks that Rimuru is dead at this point, and now he has to head back to find out what's been going on. It's not good. I'm sorry if I mess up any of the names. Benimaru? He realizes who cast the anti-magic spell, and he's trying to take her down so that way maybe the spell will go away. And even despite the anti-magic spell, he's still able to use his abilities. And many of the goblins and other people were, protected obviously during this whole thing, but not everybody managed to survive. We find out, while I was watching this whole thing, I was thinking, tell us what happened to Shion and Shuna, because they hadn't shown them in this whole episode. Thankfully, Shuna's okay. She was bandaging up, whatever his name is, the one who taught Rimuru the sword, and Gapta. They thankfully survived. However, shoot, was that in this episode or next episode? I can't remember. I'm sorry. If I spoil anything for episode 8, I apologize so much. But, What they were not wanting to tell him was that Shion was killed, along with a bunch of other goblins. Obviously, he's not happy about this because, he's come to care about Shion and the others. Because they are, friends, family, allies, whatever you want to call them, all three. So, yeah, this is not good. You don't want to piss off Rimuru or make him angry. What am I saying? Pissing him off and making him angry is the same thing. You don't want to upset him. But, yeah, next episodes are going to be Cuckoo. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Because that's how nuts things are going to get. Anyway, I'll get to work on editing this. Like I said, I apologize if I spoiled anything for episode 8. It's just been a hodgepodge of stuff happening today because of the episodes, so yeah, I'm bound to forget which happened in what. Anyway, I will see everybody next time.